Well, hello and welcome to Unstuck with Charlie. My name is Charlie Arms. Today, I'm gonna tell you, don't go to church. All right, let me finish that thought, or let me rephrase it for you. Don't go to church, be the church. Too many people go to church, but they don't live out what it means to be the church. Today, I want to talk to you about what being the church really looks like. Are you ready? Before we do this, hit that thumbs up button below. Takes just a second. It would help me out. Subscribe to the channel today. I would thank you very much. So I'm going to share with you three indicators, three characteristics that demonstrate you are devoted to God and that you're not interested in simply going to church, but you want to be the church. Now, if you want a biblical source for what I'm about to say, I'm going to pull these right out of the book of Acts, the New Testament, chapters 2, 3, and 4. It's right there. Three characteristics. They were intense, they were irrational, and they were insistent. Intense, irrational, and insistent. The first thing you see there in verse 42 of chapter 2, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to fellowship, to the breaking of bread, and to prayer. They devoted themselves. The word devotion is the key word there. In the original language, this word is proskarterio. It means to live in a constant state of relentless pursuit, persistent, ongoing, obstinate devotion. The reality is, we all got our own proskarterio, don't we? And it may not be the church, right? We're passionate, but maybe not about God's work, God's kingdom. Now, we all have our own ongoing obsessions, right? For a lot of people, it's our kids. Well, they are pretty important. We had them. We might as well love them, but they keep us really, really busy. And some people have their lives revolve around their kids, and that's really not healthy. We still have to be devoted to God. For others, it's our career. We want to be successful. We want to make money. We want to get ahead, right? But it can become an obsession. We don't give much to God. For others, it's a hobby. You like to play golf, you like to fish, you like to hunt on Sunday. Whatever's taking up the majority share of your heart, your affection, your devotion, that's what you love. That's what you worship. There are far too many people today who would call themselves followers of Christ who have more of a casual and comfortable approach to Jesus. They're what we call cultural Christians. They're not fully devoted. They're not intensely devoted, right? These first century believers, they were sold out. They were all in. You want to have a better year? You want to be the church instead of just going to church? Be intensely devoted to the things that matter most. Devoted, not a casual, comfortable Christianity, but a full devotion to God, who loved us so much he sent his only son. Number two, they were irrationally generous. They were intensely devoted, but they were irrationally generous. Don't miss this. This is a huge characteristic of what it means to be the church. It says in Acts 4, verses 33 and 34, God's grace was so powerfully at work in them all that there were no needy persons among them. In this biblical example, they were irrationally generous. There were no government programs because the government wasn't necessary to take care of the needs of the people. The church was meeting the needs of the people, and that's the way it should be. But if we're not irrationally generous, that kind of thing doesn't happen. That's why the early church was successful and the modern church struggles. You see, last year, our church gave away 15% of our income to things outside of the church. That doesn't make any sense from an organizational standpoint, but it makes sense in the kingdom of God. You invest in other people, you give generously, and we have to do that personally in order to make it happen corporately, okay? They were intensely devoted, they were irrationally generous, and then thirdly, they were insistent in their invitation to church. It says in Acts 2:47 that the Lord added daily those who were being saved. Well, how do you think that happened? People were out there sharing, witnessing. They were insistent. They didn't give up. Oh, well, they said no. They said, no. I invited them to church and they said no. Jesus didn't give up that easily on you. So why are you not more insistent? Hey, come to me, come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Jesus says we're out there sharing the good news. I need you to be intense. I need you to be irrational. I need you to be insistent. In other words, don't be apologetic about your faith. Insist that it's the way, the truth, and the life. That's what it means to be the church, not just go to church. A lot of people go to church, never invite anybody. Don't be that person. Don't go to church. Stop going to church. Be the church. All right. Hey, now I hope you like this. I hope you have a great day, and let's move forward. Get in the comment section below and let me know what you think. God bless you.